In your explanation, you explained three major processes. You explained 2nd of December 2003. You explained the 10th of December that the House had a deliberation, and you explained the 7th of December where the president signed. So there was a Constituent Assembly consultation, there was the House deliberation, and there was the signing. Three processes that were respected religiously. Can you tell us by connecting and explaining, elaborate what happened prior, during, within, and after this, and the significance of it? Please talk to us.
The let me put a disclaimer here. A constituent assembly does not have to be labeled ASSC. People need to get that out of their mind. Because if you think that a constituent assembly has to carry the alphabet abbreviation of ASSC, then you deceive yourself. Then you are really not understanding the times in which we are. A time of war and a time that needs real changes that has to happen. A constituent assembly is a deliberate act by the government, both the legislative, the executive branch, and all the other arms of government, to bring together the people for a purpose, a working session for a purpose with pertinent, clear, delineated rules and purpose for what they are there to work on something, and that something has to be of significant value that will impact or change how we move or how we operate, and that may change even laws. We do have other meetings that are operational meetings that we call town hall meetings or APP meetings. Those are routine, regular working meetings that we have. But when we call a constituent assembly with a designated purpose and reason, then all the tiers and arms of government are invited. And in so doing, they come in, and the purpose for that meeting is expressively communicated. If I talk about December 2nd, there was a bill that the judiciary presented. There were proposed resolutions that our people had, us, the people, had to deliberate, and there were questions. It was a working session. Questions were answered, answers were provided, the reason and the justification for what happened on December 2nd was well stated in that meeting. And I'm glad that I think ABC probably carried that um, session and published some excerpts of that. And then, mind you, because the legislative branch is going to be the arm of government that will either vote, if whatever resolutions are passed, will deliberate, vote on it, then the legislative arm of government could not participate in the voting at that constituent assembly. The reason being that it would have meant that they voted twice and we couldn't. And that would have meant you casting a vote twice on an issue. So the legislative branch of government abstained, stepped out, and allowed, after we all participated in the deliberations of those resolutions and the bill that was tabled, but the legislative branch had to step out, given the Constituent Assembly the full freedom to make the decision as they chose that was necessary. Hence, when that was voted and passed, and whatever was tweaked and presented, the House now was presented with the bill and the resolutions. And then the House took it into let me say, their house, and then it was also deliberated and it was now put into vote and it was carried.